Hello, good afternoon. We are from Group 5. The title of our case study is Maersk and Human Resource Management Challenges in China. Our associate professor name is Dr. Muhammad Fuad Said. Before I start my presentation, let me to introduce myself. My name is Vinodini Vesunathan. My metric number is 203372.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Saraswati Murthy, and my metric number is 202302.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Soundra Saran, and my metric number is 203533.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chawelia, and my metric number is 201985.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Muhammad Shamil bin Muhammad Bashir. My metric number is 203371.
Maersk Line is the Danish international container logistic company and the largest operating subsidiary of Maersk Group. The company was founded in 1904. It is the world's largest container shipping company by both fleet size and cargo capacity and supply in the world since 1996. In 2016, Maersk Group announced splitting into two separate divisions, which is port, transport and logistic and energy sectors. Although Maersk is the world's biggest shipping line, transport and logistic, Danish company is increasingly worried about the future of Chinese market because they face a lot of challenges in shipping division in mainland China. Next slide.
The question that given is, why does human resource management represent one of the major challenges faced by foreign companies entering the Chinese market? Human resource management identified the much important and most essential issue which is experienced by foreign companies coming in market of China. The main issue is absence of competent management. In the market of China, it is questioned that whether the companies must use the facilities of the expat executives from foreign countries to exploit the service of a local talent manager. This is the main issue in market of China. All companies of West are facing the same issue in some respect. Just until few years earlier, the HR bringing in China was confined to the administrative limit, for instance, choosing and dismissal, following through and benefits. Talent management, organization improvement, getting ready were sparklingly taught back then. Therefore, that makes extraordinary quality HR staff to a great extent a troublesome process. Besides, in the propelling Chinese market, the request that routinely arises is that whether the association thought to use the expat boss from the distant country or use a close by provision chief. This issue had been identified for a long time as the start of Deng's open door policy, which is 1979 open China to foreign companies, straight financing. In markets of China, the companies are facing this main issue. The efficient management is a big challenge in China's market.
Next slide.
Well, based on the case study given to us, the question that was assigned to me is about what are the main issues expert managers generally face. Well, let me explain to you what is expert managers is defined. They are those people who are not residents of the country where they are working, but are employed because of their specialized operational abilities. There are few issues expert managers generally face, such as culture shock and also language barrier in complicated Chinese business environment. Well, the early or the main challenge that expert managers generally face is cultural shock. Culture shock is the feeling of disorientation experienced by someone when they are suddenly subjected to an unfamiliar culture and way of life. Moving across the world and needing to adjust to a new culture, work environment, and social structure with no immediate support system is not a small task. For instance, even event organizing and banquet can be daunting experience for someone not acquainted with the local Chinese culture. Besides that, language barrier in complicated Chinese business environment are one of the most main issue faced by an expert manager. As we all know, language barriers are the main common communication obstacles which cause misunderstandings and misinterpretation between people. For a newbie, they will face difficulties in communicating in Mandarin because it is proven that Chinese is one of the hardest language to learn. So an expert manager who do not have a strong skill in speaking Mandarin or their local language can pose a huge challenge to their country. They have a longer adjustment period and take more time to increase their productivity. So as a conclusion for this question, I would like to say that through diligent requirement and disabusement of information regarding all aspects of the new culture, the issue faced by an expert manager can be reduced. Expert manager who have a solid experience of their country can and speak Mandarin is high demand. They mostly a high priced person. So that's all for question 2. We'll move on to question 3.
Okay, the question that given to me is, why don't foreign companies simply hire local staff instead of reaching out a foreign manager? Okay, the answer is, if foreign companies simply hire local staff instead of reaching out for foreign manager, they need to train them function in Western company style, which may be very expensive for them to do. Other than that, the process also become very slow, especially if the hiring is done privately bypassing the expensive government-owned labor center that is known as FESCO. Furthermore, once the manager is hired, a series of effort needs to be done to retain the employee. So that's all my answer.
Okay, question 4. The question given to me is, what advice would I give companies such as Maersk on their human resource management policy? My answer is, optimizing workers from top to bottom can be achieved by the Maersk group. Employees, for example, should be specialized in quantity, consistency, and productivity and function. So in order to avoid shifting part of their business to another location, the company can also use the technology instead of where labor will shrink. So only that my answer. Next.
Next, we will do the conclusion.
In the conclusion, Merck's move part of their business is a reasonable and good choice of making decision. In our opinion, they should be did optimization employee from the top to the bottom based on the qualified, quantities, qualities, and efficiency. In addition, the company should be used the technologies instead of where can shrink the labor to avoid moving part of their business to another place. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
That's all from group 5. Thank you.